Hey, good afternoon. We're getting ready. We got a couple of minutes. Just using a different headset. Can you hear me? I have about 47 headsets. Didn't Stevie Winwood write a song, 47 headsets or something like that? What's the name of that song? 40,000 head something. He definitely wrote a song. 40,000. I got to Google it. Stevie Winwood. He doesn't go by Stevie anymore. It's Steve Winwood because he's like 80 years old. 40,000 headmen. 40,000 headmen. What the heck does that mean? 40,000 headmen couldn't make me change my mind. If I had to take the choice between the deaf men and the blind, I guess I should be quiet. People are watching the inauguration. I'll be quiet. Some people are not. All right, we got about 2 minutes. Chantal, are we streaming this one? Okay. Okay, I want to welcome our YouTube followers. Thanks for watching. Welcome to the 20-year bond auction, everybody. We're in the 10-minute trades trading room. Let me turn my sound down here. All right, my name is Lee Goldstein. I'm the trading director at 10-minute trades. Remember, all trades that we discuss are for educational purposes only. It is possible to lose money trading futures, so trade carefully. What's up, KT? So I'm kind of waiting for the inauguration to end. You could see that bonds have been pretty consolidative. This is a new report for us also. There's been some movement today. And then after this, I think it's ending right now, Ford. They're on the last benediction. I think it's ending right now. Pretty sure. All right, so this is a new report, folks. It's very new as far as reports go. I believe it's less than a year old, this particular report. We've only been trading it for 4 to 5 months, maybe. Maybe it's more than a year old by now. But it is a relatively new report. Excuse me. My throat's been rough all month. It's been killing me all month. Someone asked how come you don't trade the 20-year bond? Well, we don't trade the 10-year note, and we don't trade the 15-year note on those auctions either. So basically, we trade the ZB because that's the instrument that we have seen make the best move on these auctions. Is there even a 20-year bond to trade? I've never seen a symbol for it. Has anybody ever seen a symbol for the 20-year bond? 10-year is ZN. So, I mean, you could trade ZN. It doesn't really move that well on the 10-year auction. ZF, there's a 3-year note. There must be a 20-year bond somewhere. I've never looked because we've never traded it. Who knows what the 20-year bond symbol is in the futures? Anybody? Oh. I never, I'm so used to certain things. I'm used to Ninja 7. And I don't know how to search in Ninja. Come on. Give me it. Show me how to do that search, folks. I have to learn something today. So search future bond. So you've got a 10, you've got, there's got to be more than that. Where's ZN? Where's ZF? Why don't they show up? That's weird. No, you know what? It's a bond. It's not a note. It's not a note. It is a bond. I don't think there's a symbol for it, to be honest. I do not think there's a symbol. Well, I don't want to spend too much time wasted looking for something I'm not going to trade. So I'll look for it later. We'll do it later because I'm not trading it now. I'd rather show you some videos. Yeah, I did look once. I know I looked a couple of times and never could find it. And then I wound up doing something else. Ultra Bond, I've looked at. It's not up to me always. I mean, on this particular report, I'm trading what I'm told to trade. I'm just what's the word? I'm a robot. I'm a robot. There's one thing that I'm going to do differently from our report, though. I'm using a 3-tick bracket, and I think it's a 3-tick bracket. In other words, same parameters as the 30-year, and that's a 3-tick bracket. Okay. So if you're going to trade live, I'm using a 3-tick bracket. Also, our cancellation is 90 seconds. Okay. 90 seconds. And I'm going to try not to jump out of the trade. I'm just going to trade 2 contracts because this report's so new. In fact, I don't think we've ever had a report for it. We have not had a report for it. So targets of 2, targets of 6, a stop of 3, 90-second cancel. The key with the bond auctions is the activation time, 13:01:30. 13:01:30. Okay. 13:01:30. Let me see if I have any videos. I should have a couple. So what's the deal with the ultra bond, Chantal? I've never traded ultra bonds either. And I never knew about them until pretty recently. So what's so special about ultra bonds? Who trades the ultra bonds? Because I'm not embarrassed to say that I don't know everything, and I don't know everything. When you say more bang for your money, why? I mean, they have the same tick as ZB. At least I thought they did. 31.25. Oh, not futures. Okay. I was surprised that when I checked, I thought that the tick count was the same as ZB. So ultra bond made no sense to me. I couldn't make any sense out of it. Because I think, if I remember too, I think it was lower liquidity also. I mean, there's an easy way to tell on liquidity. You just pull up a DOM. um, so ZB, plenty of orders. ZB has pretty good liquidity today. Pretty good liquidity. And then I think I have the ultra bond in here. I thought that I did. And much lower liquidity. So for me, I would rather trade the ZB, which is not known for being great liquidity to begin with, but it looks good today. Looks pretty good. So I want to see if the inauguration is over. Yeah, it's over. Okay. So hoping we just get a normal everyday move. The last trade that we took, I have a video. December 21st, unofficial trade because my boss does not trade the week of Christmas or the week after. There would not have been a report. But we traded it live in the trade room. And I think that the cancellations have been, not the cancellations, but the fills have been slow, more so on this bond auction than on the others. So normally we would have canceled now 40 seconds. And then I asked my boss to increase the cancellations because there we go. Okay, so it wasn't that much longer. kind of slow last month, and we grabbed 4 ticks. 2 ticks per 2 contracts. 2 times 2. 2 times 2. And then we had 11. And I watched the Ultra Bonds. I don't know if this is live. Let's see if this is live in November. No, not live in November. Ultra Bonds on the right. And partly because the report's been new. We just started trading it. And that was a really strange report too. It was double the profit because you were trading 2 different instruments. But it filled short, hung around, and then blasted down. So it would have been a really nice trade. So let me set up my trade. Let me turn on my recorder. We'll sync our computer. First thing we'll do is let me turn on the recorder. I highly recommend that everybody record their trades. It is the best method for learning mistakes, studying events, everything about it. Nothing can be better. Recording your trades is awesome. I'll tell you, I don't think that I would want to be president. I think I would do a great job. I'm not conceited. I swear I'm not. I think I'd be a great president. I get along with everybody. Although, I don't know, lately I'm getting kind of cranky. I'm getting kind of cranky. I'm definitely getting cranky. I have less patience. So let's set up our trade. I want a bracket of 3, same as the 30-year bond. That's the way we've always traded it. It's the way I tested it to bring it to my boss as a trade worth trading. So I got 2 contracts, one for 2 ticks, one for 6. Our stop is 3. You know, Chantal, we talked about the stop in the last trade because we would have made money with a bigger stop, remember? But you're risking a lot more money. So if you have a 5-tick stop, you're risking 150 per contract. But maybe 5 should be the stop for these trades. So let's see how it goes for the next couple of months, and we'll keep that in mind. Bracket of 3. The entry time is 13:01:30. 1:01:30 Eastern time. Okay, 1:01:30 Eastern time. ZB 20-year. and I'm going to apply it. Okay, I have to change my account. Trading this. This is an official trade. I don't like VN at all. That just doesn't move. It really hasn't been moving, Chantal. They've been moving really poorly, I think. I don't like them. I don't like ZF or ZN for these reports. Every now and then they're okay, but more often than not, if you go back and test, I think you'll find that they don't move that well. So we've got a bracket of 3, one target for 2 ticks, one target for 6 ticks, a stop of 3, an entry time of 13:01:30. 13:01:30. It's a breakout trade. That's the trade type. I'm really trading. Okay. And that's all I'm doing. That's it. There is some volatility today. There definitely is volatility today. I don't know if it's, who knows what's going to happen? You know, new president, everything is changed. Everything. I would think the markets are going to change over the next couple of months also. Everything has changed. So I think we should just be on our toes, be aware that there's going to be changes. There's going to be some changes made. Is that Bruce Hornsby? There's going to be some changes made. Changes. David Bowie. That's one of the best songs he ever wrote. Changes. I'm really musical this week, feeling a lot of music this week. Music has saved my life, I'll tell you, through this mess of a world crisis. I've listened to so much music. So I'm taking the report, I'm adding 1 to the bracket because I believe it should be 3. Activation is 13:01:30, 90-second cancel. I'm doing that manually. 2 ticks for target 1, 6 ticks for target 2. 3 ticks for my stop. I want to check our sync on this trade. Out of all the trades we take, this trade usually does not trigger immediately, so sync is less important. So I go to time.is to sync. You can see I've been looking up laptops. Razer Blade Pro. My stepson wants a laptop. Chantal, what do you mean? What do you mean? Oh, I don't know. I don't know. I haven't heard. I haven't heard. So I'm looking at ZN on the right side chart. And what was I thinking? I don't have my sound. I want to put the news on. For some reason, my sound was going into YouTube today. I don't know why. I have so much technology in one room. It's absurd. I've got all my music stuff in this office. $80 pairs of Bluetooth headsets, literally 70 pairs. Hey, Chantal, go to YouTube. Is the sound okay? Is the sound okay? So, everybody okay out there? There's a lot of people here. Thank you all very much for coming. There's a lot of new people. I want to give you a heads up. In the old system, before we had this trade room software, I used to easily be able to see. Greg, did you get your screen problem solved? Okay, good. What did you have to do so that if somebody else says something, we can tell them? Okay, good. So changing browser did it. Which one were you using? So there's a lot of people here that I don't know. All right. B-Man. Who's B-Man? Um, Dennis. Dennis, I think that you're Dennis O, right? Dennis O. David, I don't talk as much as I used to because I don't realize you're here. LJG, I don't know. Jeremiah, you're my old friend Jeremiah from days gone by, right? The settings again, yes. So the settings real quick because we're getting close to the trade. Very simple. Three bracket, three bracket. I thought so, Jer. Jer, you've been here almost as long as me. Long time. One position for 2 ticks profit, one position for 6 ticks profit, a stop of 3, slide all the way down to entry time 13:01:30. Breakout trade is the trade type. And then I make my own label. You don't have to label it, but I do. You don't have to do anything else. Entry time, breakout trade, make sure you're on ZB so you're not trading the wrong thing, but that's almost always default. Choose an account, okay? Most things are default, believe it or not. A lot. You can automate things. So, Jeremiah, it's nice to see. A lot of people have hung in through difficult times, you know? Nobody expected a world crisis. Nobody. It's been hard on a lot of trade rooms. It's been really the most crazy year that anybody's gone through. And I don't think anybody really knows if we've done the right things. Not to get political, not talking political, but I mean, you gotta, the problem is so many people are not well. So I don't know. I just don't know anymore. I'm trying to just live a safe life. That's all you can do right now. Just try to be safe. A lot of people don't even think about safety. They don't worry. And I don't spend my life worrying. I still go to Dollar Tree and buy candy like all old people do. I go to Dollar Tree, I buy candy, and that's my dinner. Tootsie Rolls, Skittles, and you know, some chocolate covered milk balls, and I'm good. What more do you need? Dollar Tree is my favorite dollar store. The thing I miss the most out of everything in my life is shopping. Shopping. Going to Best Buy, going to Micro Center without a mask on, yakking with the salespeople, shaking hands. That's what I miss the most. That's what I miss the most. What do you all miss the most? If you're not trading, type in what you miss the most this year. What do you miss the most? And of course, not talking about if, God forbid, you've lost anybody close to you. Just I'm a dollar store maniac. I'm a really good shopper, and I'm not cheap. I am not cheap at all. But I just can't see buying Febreze at CVS. It's just triple the price. And my daughter needs Febreze in her house because her dog is as big as a horse, and her dog smells. And her dog walks up to me every night and burps right in my face. And he's got the worst breath, and he just had a dental. I don't know. And his name is Bagel. He's clean. It's his breath. It's a dog with bad breath, even after a dental. All right, 1301.30. My orders are going to show up on the screen. We're going to give it 90 seconds for cancel. It'll get filled, I think. After 90 seconds, I think that's enough. I think 90 seconds is good. All right. I think 90 seconds is fine. Then we've got another dog, a little one, and he like tries to eat my mask. I come in to walk them, and he jumps on my lap, and he just starts eating my mask. All right, let's get ready. I kind of hope it comes out on time. Oh, we got another minute. I'm always a minute early. Always. I always think it's 13:00:30. Always. Yeah, the little dog is named Darwin. And if you touch him the wrong way, he'll bite you. And he pooped in the house last night, which is not, he's a grown dog. I heard him get up too. Like at 3, I was up 3:30. He went downstairs, and I knew what he was doing. I just know him. All right, let's watch. He's just nothing but trouble. He's a rescue. Now, I'm not supposed to jump out of this trade, okay? I'm not supposed to jump out. So I could get stopped. I could get stopped. But it's not moving. I think it's going to hit me for 180 bucks. I'm combining my orders. I'm just looking to get out with one tick. That's all I'm looking for, but I think it's going to stop us out. All right, so that's life. So let's watch for a minute. It just did not give us a good enough pop or a good enough drop, but I want to look at the size of the stop. Is our stop of 3 ticks too small? So right now our stop is right there. Now a 2-tick bracket today would have been okay maybe. But so my entry was 25. No, even if my entry was 20, well, if my entry was 24, I mean 23, sorry, my entry was 25. So if my entry was 26, maybe I would have gotten filled on 24, maybe. Oh yeah, hindsight's easy. Hindsight's easy. But I want to check our stop size. I'm concerned about our stop size. So I'm going to watch for a minute or two, but I'm going to turn off my trade. So it has not gotten any further. There could have been 1 tick of slippage also. Jaquan, what do you use as your setup? What was your bracket? And people can have different slippage. Why is your charts not updating? Yeah, Jaquan, I think a bracket of 2. I've never done a bracket of 2 on this trade, so but I'll leave myself open because it worked. And this trade, it seems like it's moving a little bit less. It's just not moving much at all, to be honest. If you look at it, it's pretty dull. It had a nice little pop, but I think there was a little bit of slippage. And the stop of 5 right now is holding. A stop of 5 is holding, but I don't know that there's much in this trade today. It's just not doing much. It's just not doing much today. For the equity indexes have been like this for like a year, right? You know what I mean? So I don't know. It's like the equity indexes have been like this for a year, and the bond reports have been working pretty well. So it's, I wish there was a reason we could figure out what the reason really is. Unfortunately, we never really know. We never really know. It just, I mean, from my way of thinking, It just didn't work today, and I'll go back and trade it again next month. Unless it has 3 bad trades in a row, then I will, it's going to take me getting hit 3 times. I may use a 2-tick bracket next time, but I also want clarity on the trade. So we'll be back here at 4, all right, for the API report. So now I have to make the money back on API. I'm going to let this run for a little bit to record, but my entry was 25. Does anybody have any questions? Anybody have any questions? I mean, I wish every trade was a winner. It would be so nice. There's nothing more frustrating than trading in front of people and having a losing trade. It's totally frustrating. As you can imagine, you know how difficult it is to have a trade that doesn't work at home, you know, when you're by yourself. But look at what bonds, they're just not doing anything. However, that would not be a reason not to take the trade. They were very consolidated before the move, and there still was a move. I could have used a bracket of 2. I could have, but every test I've done on this report has been okay with 3, but I'm okay with 2 on this and just leave the 30-year bond on 3. I'm okay with that. So if there's no questions, NT8 now stores range and entry times. Oh, you know what? I had the programmer. Wait, I had the programmer do that, Brian. Brian, I had the programmer do that. Is it doing, because I don't think it does it by itself. Brian was saying that Ninja stores entry times and range times on templates, but Brian didn't realize I had the programmer do it. So Brian, you might want to check trades, not ours, to see if it's Ninja also. Yeah, Chantal, get the new one. Definitely. There's so many new things. So it would have stopped. No, it still didn't stop me out because if it goes to 30, my trade didn't work today. That's all there is to it. It's not going to work. So that's life. I'm not going to, you know me, I'm not going to go crying into a pillow. So we'll be back at 4, folks. API. And then I don't know how I'm going to do it, but I'm supposed to have a trade room at 7 p.m. tonight for the Australia jobs report. I'm tired already because I'm not sleeping at my own house. It's really difficult. And I'm sleeping with 3 dogs and 2 cats. And one of the dogs is eating my face. All right. So any questions about the trade? I mean, sometimes a trade just doesn't work. You didn't do anything wrong. You didn't make a mistake. It is the way it is. Sometimes you could go through a week where trades don't work. You can't let it drive you crazy. There's my stop. I would be stopped out right there. That would have been my stop. All right, folks. I'll see everybody back at 4, okay? 4 o'clock for the API report. All right. I don't see any other questions, so I'll see everybody later.